Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie, and today I'm going to be making some page kits out of the Peaceful Pasture paper pad from Parklane. I love this paper pad. I just love the colors in here. To me it feels very fresh. It's got enough balance of florals, solids, just very pretty. So let me show you how I combine these. So the first paper kit, I used this beautiful floral. I just love this purpley pink combined with this soft coral and then the little bit of this slate blue in there. It's just gorgeous. It does have a little bit of foiling in here and I'm okay with it. It's just very, very subtle. It's not in your face. I combine that with a small blue floral. There is white in here in the form of the flowers, but the base of the page is a dark, I guess almost a dark gray. And so having the light added in here just gives me the contrast that I love so much. And then this picks up on the blue in here. And then the other paper that I threw in was this light peachy coral stripe. And I just think the three of these are just stunning together. This is a double-sided paper pad. And so if you flip it over, I have this floral, this really pretty background, which we'll see elsewhere. Actually, we'll see all of these elsewhere. And this little bee print. So these two actually go really well together as well. And this goes really well with this one as well. So there's lots of combinations, but I did pick it for these three papers. My second kit also features that same multicolored floral. I combined it with this small floral print in that peachy color. Again, we're balancing the scale, we're balancing the color. This is dark, this is light. And then while this blue is not exactly the same as this blue, I still think this works really well. And I think it's because this blue and this gray together, you know, almost give off this vibe overall. So I think I can make that work. Again, it doesn't have to be matchy match, it just needs to go, and I think this would make a great background paper. Let's flip over and see what the other side is. So I've got that same bee print. I've got this foiled leaf print, which of course would go, and then I also have the cut aparts. These definitely are usable. There's quite a few in here that I do like. Some of these would make great cards, so this would be another page kit that would be fantastic for cards. Okay, so now we're going with a lighter floral this time around. What I really like about this floral is it's very soft and pretty, but it has a few really pops of darker color, like that dark purpley pink, as well as this navy color in there. For this one here, I added this foiled piece. Now, in and of itself, I don't care for this together. I just think it's way too busy. But I think this could make a good accent piece. But the other side also works really well. So, you know, I could do some sort of combination of the two to make this work. And I also threw in that same blue again. And I think this one looks really good with this layout. So I'm picturing it something along the lines of something like this, where you have just a little tiny bit of the foil and then the blue, or you could separate it out, you know, something along those lines. But like I said, I can do this both ways and it would work just fine. Here's that same cardstock again. This time I threw in that really pretty background, that muted background, and that's how I would probably use it as a base page. And for contrast, yes, I'm getting my beloved contrast. I threw in this navy and I just love this combination. To me, this is just so pretty. And I can definitely see me making either cards or a layout with this. This next kit is using this really pretty floral as well. It's a little bit of a different feel than the other one. It feels a little more graphic, probably because of the lines that are in here. It just gives it a slightly different vibe. For the same reason that I like the other one, I love this navy blue in here as well as this dark green. I just think it makes it look really interesting. I did combine it with this kind of curly Q quilt pattern, I guess if you will, in this pink. And then to jazz it up and give it a little pizzazz, I threw in this navy foil. And again, Foil goes a long way in my book, so I would probably use this in very small amounts, maybe as mats, or maybe even a mat for the layout of the page. So you could do something like that, or something like this, and then a band of this going across, and then my photos on top. Same cardstock combined with another pink, but this time it's more just a watercolor background, and this navy pattern. Love, love, love. Love this one. It's so pretty. So just to harp on scale again, because you guys know I like that, I consider this a larger print. This is a smaller one, so medium. So this would be large, medium. And this one doesn't really have a scale, but it is, to me, a perfect background or base layer because it reads as a solid, but the way the pattern is done with this watercolor, it just gives it a lot of interest. So I'm curious, I've noticed in the last little while that a lot of papers are having these really dark backgrounds. Do you like them, or are you on the fence with them, or you just can't stand them? I actually kind of like them, even though I tend to be more bright and bold, as in that's what I'm naturally gravitated towards, but I do think that they are interesting. So this is a lemon sheet of paper. It does have some foiling on it. I combined that with this yellow floral, and it's busy, I'm not gonna lie, but this is a very big print. This is a medium-sized print. I like the white in here to give contrast to this, so this to me immediately brightens this up. So even though this one has yellow in it, the yellow and white combination in here just picks this whole thing up, and so I really do like this combination. And then I added some more white in here, just again to brighten things up, and, you know, possibly use as mats for photos, that kind of thing. I don't always have a plan when I put these kits together, right? I'm purely looking at what I find aesthetically pleasing, and what is pleasing to me may not be your cup of tea, and that's okay. We're all different and we're all unique. So go with what you like, but I do kind of have a formula, and I'm sure you've picked up on it over the last number of videos I've done putting these together. The last kit is involving this floral on a blue or navy background. I really love this color combination. I love yellow and navy, and then just throw in a little bit of white, and it just makes me happy. So to make this one work, I threw in the yellow again. I think this is a little less effective than the previous one, right? So the yellow in that one really made this paper shine. The yellow in this one works with this one, but it's less in your face, if you will. So I could see this, you know, you could have a strip of this and a strip of something in between, you know, maybe even a strip of black paper, and then having this on top. Or I could also see this being used as mats, where you're only going to see a very small portion of it peeking out from behind your photo, and maybe even double matted. So your photo, this, and then a white mat underneath may make this pop off of here. I did throw in this foiled navy blue again. This to me doesn't scream fantastic. Again, I like the contrast, right? But I do think that with all of these together in some sort of combination, we can make it look quite interesting. From a card perspective, these foiled papers I really like for cards. So I could see me using this as a band along the bottom of a card, and this on the top, and then maybe a piece of ribbon in between the two just to connect it, like organza ribbon or a silk white ribbon, something like that. I think that would look quite striking. So that is it for Peaceful Pasture. Like I said, I really like this paper pad. It's one of my favorites. I'm really inspired by these colors. What do you think? Is this your cup of tea or not so much? What did you like about it? What was your favorite piece? I'm curious to hear. Thanks again, everyone, and until next time, happy crafting.